What's up, guys? I'm attorney Ali Awad, the CEO lawyer. If you're on this page, you're probably an attorney that wants to know how to take your business to the next level. This is not going to be a sales pitch video. I'm going to get down and dirty and give you some actionable tips that you can apply to your law firm immediately. I am going to try to sell you on my summit at the end of this video, but first I need to give you some value. And there's going to be a reason why I'm doing all of this, why my hands are doing this, why I have the mic located right here, why I'm looking straight into the camera, why I do everything when it comes to my word choice, my diction, or my tonality, or the energy level that I'm communicating with you. All of this serves a purpose, and I'm going to show you why it's the most effective form of marketing. So let's first talk about some traditional marketing types that a bunch of other big firms are using, but I don't believe is going to work for you. Traditional marketing is billboards, TV, radio ads. All of these have metrics that don't really matter anymore. Who cares if 100,000 people drive by a certain road? Who cares if the listeners can stretch up to 1.5 million listeners? It doesn't really matter because you don't know if those are the ideal clientele base. The way that old school marketing tactics have taught you is that if you do billboards for 3 years, that's going to establish enough of a brand so that enough people know about who you are, and then they start calling you and your phone start ringing. If you don't have the luxury of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on billboards, radio, and TV ads, that's probably not the best way to run your marketing campaign. Most firms categorize their marketing spend, their advertising budget, with a cost per lead and a cost per case. Let's say that throughout the entire year, you spend $100,000 on your total advertising and marketing. And from that $100,000, you get 10,000 leads. These are just basic numbers. I'm not trying to say that this is how it works for your specific industry, but just using them as examples. $100,000, 10,000 leads. So your cost per lead is $10. Okay? But you have to answer the phone 100 times before you get one client. So that means that even though your cost per lead is $10, your cost per case is $1,000. That's the old school way of doing business. You look at everything that you've spent throughout the entire year, the totality of your advertising budget, you allocate a cost per lead, you figure out how much your cost per case is going to be, you look at what your conversion rates are, and you say, boom, my cost per client is $1,000. Okay? And that's how everybody looks at it. But what if there's a step before that? What if there's a step for the actual content that gets delivered through that advertising medium? What if everyone is focusing on just the marketing, just the ad spend, just the cost per client acquisition, and no one is thinking about the content that's being delivered to that prospective client? That's the essence of marketing and advertising. That's the difference. Marketing is all about data. Advertising is the medium by which you deliver that message. You don't need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to compete with all of these major law firms to try to get cases and grow your business that way. It's just not effective. Last year, I spent $6,000 in ads and made over $3 million in revenue. And if you're watching this video and if you made $10, $20, $30 million, this seminar is probably not for you because you're probably competing in mediums that other people can't compete. But if you're in the 6 to 7 figure range and you want to know how to take your business just one step higher, here's the secret sauce. It's all about content creation. Now, this is the part where you want to take some notes because whether or not you come to my seminar, and obviously I would love to have you come to my seminar, but whether or not you come, I want to give you some actionable tips that you can apply immediately in your practice. Because the moment you do this, you're going to see how effective it works. And you're going to be like, this is exactly what I need for my law practice. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I create so much content in a short amount of time. Because the whole purpose of this is to try to warm your audience on social media. Whether you're using Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, whatever it is, we use all of the major platforms and we do it in such a short amount of time. So let's say this video right here is 15, 20, 30 minutes, however long it's going to be by the end of it. I take a 15-minute video and I shoot raw footage. Before I do this video, I sit down and write notes. I talk about every little thing that I want to talk about in this video. And then I take a skeleton outline. I say, this is the main topic that I want to discuss. I'll give you an example. I want to tell people exactly what they need to do the moment they're involved in a car accident. The first thing you do is pull over and make sure you're in a safe place. The second thing you do is whip out your phone and start taking photos and video of the accident scene. The third thing that you need to do is call the police. You don't want to wait until the other person says, hey, I'll give you my insurance information and we'll worry about this later. The moment that person leaves the scene, it's too late. You also want to follow up with a doctor immediately after your car wreck if you're feeling any kinds of pains. And finally, don't talk to the insurance company. Don't give them a recorded statement. Don't sign a HIPAA release form, etc., etc. So what I did there is I took a broad topic about what you need to do if you're involved in a car wreck. And I split it up into 5 main topics. Now, I didn't go into much detail, but in my actual raw footage, the 15 minutes of video that I'm going to do, I go into a little bit more detail, and I want to talk for just 1 minute to about 1.5 minutes on each topic. So what ends up happening is in that 15 minutes of content creation, we have 6 videos that we create. One is a long form video that gets posted on YouTube, gets posted on LinkedIn, gets posted on Facebook as the long form, and that's going to be the 16:9 traditional ratio that you see when you grab your phone and you move it horizontally, you move it to landscape mode. And it's the same version that you're going to see on your computer or on your laptop. Okay, and then we split up every single one of those videos into 45 seconds to about 1.5 minutes. We try to do a nice diversity because Instagram actually categorizes their videos differently. Whether it's under 1 minute or over 1 minute will determine whether it's a general post or an IGTV post. I personally think you should have a variation of the two. We try not to do everything on IGTV. We try to do some on regular posts. So you take those 5 videos, which are the 5 subtopics of that main video, and you create sub-videos. You create what I like to call micro-content for Instagram that you also share to Facebook. And you do that with all 5 videos. Now, I use software systems that automate this entire posting process. But in the beginning, it's okay to do it just manually because you want to see how effective it is. You want to just educate people. You want to give them legal content that they can consume, some value. There's no reason why someone's just going to randomly pick up the phone, see you with a couple thousand followers on Instagram and say, oh yeah, let me just call this guy because I want to hire him. They're not going to do that. But if they scroll through your page and they see, oh, what not to do in an accident. Oh, you know, how to build the maximum value on your case. And it's all done properly. Now you've established value with your prospective clients. You've put your website on the Instagram page that takes them to a landing page that gives them even more information about you. And you've put them through a funnel directly through social media. And guess what? Your cost for creating that 15 minutes of content is very minimal. I spent $9. I got my iPhone. I spent $9 in my first few years. I just grabbed my phone, put it on a tripod, and said, all right, record. Let's do this. Another thing that you're going to notice is we have a graphic image that goes in the beginning of our posts. So everything on Instagram, everything on Facebook has a graphic image that will attract someone so they know exactly what's going to be in that video before they click on it. Again, it's all about that user experience. You want to make sure that whoever visits your page, they get the best possible experience. And then we put a catchy header at the top. We want them to know that, hey, if you're just scrolling, because remember guys, people are going to be scrolling on their phones. They're going to be scrolling, and they need something that's going to pattern interrupt and basically tell them to stop and listen. So one of my best performing videos was one where I said, stop what you're doing and listen. There is no such thing as full coverage insurance. I repeat, there is no such thing as full coverage insurance. Obviously, I elevated my energy there. I pointed at the camera. I told people to stop. And the craziest thing happens. They stop and they listen. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Why am I telling you why video is so effective and the right type of message at the right time is exactly what you need for your business? Well, besides it being just common sense, Facebook also has an algorithm. I'm sure everyone talks about the Instagram, Facebook algorithm, so you know what I'm talking about. No one really knows what they do behind the scenes, but let's just think common sense, okay? If you look at your Facebook feed, not right now, not during this video, but at the end of this video, after you've clicked on the summit and actually purchased some tickets. If you go on any traditional Facebook feed, your second post on your timeline, the 8th post, the 14th post, the 20th post, the 26th post, every other 6 posts on your Facebook timeline is what? It's an advertisement. And that's how Facebook's system works. They don't want to advertise to you in the very, very beginning. They want to advertise to you at least after you've scrolled the first time. The very first image that you see is going to be the most relevant thing in your timeline that Facebook thinks you want to watch. Because if you get an advertisement at the very beginning, there's a huge chance that you're just going to drop off and say, you know what, I don't want to hop on Facebook anymore. Let me go check out what Twitter's doing. And that's not what Facebook wants you to do. They want to give you the most effective type of information at the very beginning. That's where you see someone just got married. That's where you see your best friend is on vacation, or they took a crazy picture with a celebrity or whatever. You will never see a static image that tells people to go to a different website as your first post. You know why? Because Facebook wants your attention. They want you to stay on their page. Facebook owns Instagram. The same thing applies. So, when you're creating video content and you attract someone within the first 6 seconds of your video, Facebook knows that this is good content. And Facebook starts publishing it to more people. And the more people that see your content organically, the cheaper your cost per lead is going to be. But it doesn't just stop at video. We created 6 videos in just 15 minutes of recording. Then we take all of the audio from that video and we put it into a podcast. Because guess what? A lot of people drive their cars. A lot of people spend time on the subway, or they want to do other things while like they're working out or they're on a treadmill, whatever. They don't want to consume video content all the time. So you got to really meet people where they are. So on every one of my videos, I try to put it on a podcast as well. That's the importance of having a good outline so that it makes sense when you're actually doing the video. So boom, we got 6 videos. And we take that audio, we put it into a podcast. Now we've got 7 pieces of content. Then we take the entire transcript of that video and we can create 3 to 6 micro articles that we could put on LinkedIn and we could put on as a blog on our website. So now from that 15 minutes of content, we've created 6 videos, 1 podcast, 3 to 6 articles that will get shared on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn articles have a much better reach than video or graphic images. It's been tested, everyone knows this. And then we also share that same piece of information as a blog on our website, where we can also get people to go to our website to visit and get more information. And we don't stop there. We take that entire transcript of all of the audio, all the written words, and we go through and we highlight it. And we say, oh man, this is a zinger, this is a great line, this is fantastic. And we take 20 to 30 zingers from that entire 15-minute video, and we say we want to create Twitter images. We want to create graphic images that go in kind of like, go in between all of our videos, go on Twitter, go on Facebook as static images, because you really need to test everything. What ends up happening? In 15 minutes, you've created almost 50 pieces of content. And that's what I teach. And we do that every single month. I'll sit in my recording studio and I'll record for 1 to 2 hours, and I'll have content for the entire month or 2 or 3 months. You need to understand that the process of building so much content and broadening your reach in your respective market is what ultimately lowers your cost per client. And that's what makes you competitive. And that's exactly how I spent $6,000 in ads and made over $3 million just last year in my first full year of business. So why am I doing this? Why am I spending so much time? If I have such a successful practice and I'm making all of this money, why am I spending time creating a video right here and putting together a summit? What's the point? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, I've built a media company. And my media company does the marketing and the media creation for lawyers nationwide. That's the purpose of this video. And number 2, no personal injury lawyers from Georgia are invited to this summit. This is still my bread and butter. This is still my baby. So I'm only inviting attorneys from all over the country except for Georgia. So if I really thought that the strategies that I'm teaching are so secret and so exclusive, and I started inviting all of my colleagues, because believe me, most of the attorneys that I know are in Atlanta, Georgia, and they are in the personal injury game, but I'm not inviting any of them. I am looking for lawyers all over the country. And I want lawyers that are going to take these same strategies, implement them in their practices, and eventually be a referral network. I already get cases from all over the country. And I don't have people that I can just refer to that I can trust. So why not build my own network and bring them all in one place and say, cool, I got a dude in Florida. I got a gal in Massachusetts. I know this team out in California that does fantastic work. And that's the goal of the CEO Lawyer Summit. We are collecting a massive audience of attorneys from all over the country. We want people that are exclusively in each city and in each practice area. I don't want 40 attorneys all from Kansas City, all attending and all competing for the same piece of the pie. That doesn't benefit anyone there. I want to give exclusive information to exclusive cities and build a referral network. So, if you're wondering why I'm spending all this time creating this summit and why I'm doing all of this extra work when I have a successful law practice, it's because this is not a nonprofit organization. I'm not doing this for free. I'm going to charge you at least $1,000 to $10,000 to come to this 2-day event. But guess what? I'm so confident about what I'm going to be teaching you that you will get a 100% money back guarantee if for any reason you tell me, hey Ali, you know what? I didn't get this value that I thought I would get. It wasn't worth my time. It's cool. It doesn't matter to me. I know that any attorney that comes to this event is going to be so mind blown from the speaker lineup that we have, from the intensive information that we're going to give you, and from the actual implementation. We have various packages that we're selling. We have the silver package just to enter, then we have the gold, the platinum, and the diamond package. The silver is just to come to the event. The gold is where it starts getting interesting because exactly what I just showed you, that 15 minutes of content and creating 6 videos, not only am I going to show you how to do that, I'm going to do it for you. You're going to sit in my studio, you're going to meet my entire team, you're going to meet my videographer who does my content creation, you're going to meet our editor, you're going to meet our ads manager, you're going to meet everybody, and we're going to sit together and say, let's get a script for this person and let's blow up their social media. So we sit in my media room exactly where I'm sitting right now, and we put together a script for you that you're going to use for your social media. And we edit and create 6 marketing videos that you can use for YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, so you can get a taste of how strong this really is. And the moment you see a video that does exceptionally well, put a little bit of money into it. Boost it on Instagram, boost it on Facebook. And guess what? I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you to identify which videos are going to work best based on your personality, your tonality, and the market audience that you have. So that's what the gold package is going to do. And the difference in the gold package and the silver package also is that we create the 6 videos, but we also give you catered lunch both days. So I highly recommend that you stay both days because that's where the Q&A is going to happen. That's where I'm going to bring in my entire team, and it's no holds barred. You ask any questions that you have because guess what? People in that room are not going to be competing with you. There's a very low chance that you're going to have someone that's right down the street coming to the same seminar. Because with these same videos, the ad that actually got you to this video, I get to decide where I want to target them. And the moment we have a good person that comes from your respective city, we're going to stop all the ads in that city. So no one is going to know that it exists. I want to do that because I want to give you the best bang for your buck. Then the platinum package is where it gets really interesting. The platinum package, we create 12 videos for you. This is basically an entire month's worth of content. From those 12 videos, I know that you're going to generate clients. You're probably going to generate clients from just the first couple. With 12 videos, you have a larger sample size. The larger the sample size, the higher the likelihood of you getting that fantastic video that's going to do exceptionally well. And when you have that video, every dollar you put into it results in a much, much lower cost per case. Remember the example that I gave you of cost per lead and cost per case? Guess what? Facebook wants you to put out good content. So if you have one video that's a winner, you want to spend as much money as you can on that video because Facebook is going to show it to everyone. And the more people that see your face on their platform, on Facebook, Instagram, and you actually get their attention. You don't just say, hi, I am a so-and-so attorney and I'll fight for you and get you the maximum compensation. That's bullshit. No one wants to listen to that. So you want to entertain and you want to educate. The next thing that we do in the Platinum package is you get a one-on-one power hour with me. This is where we're going to deep dive into your business model, your strategies, and we're going to discuss exactly what your goals are this year and next year moving forward. We're going to look at your personality. We're going to look at the things that you enjoy doing most. If you're a football fan or you love traveling or whatever it is, we want to bring out your passions. We want to create your content and your brand so that you get the best possible results from your content. And we're going to do that one-on-one. This isn't going to be a power hour where you sit down and I pawn you off to someone else. This is so important to me that I want to be with you one-on-one and spend time with you to make sure that we create a system that's going to work for you. You also get access to our private dinner in the Platinum package. So the private dinner is only for the Platinum and the Diamond attendees. This is where we're going to have our guest speakers come in, and one of our guest speakers has done over $150 million in sales just from social media. And guess what? They don't have a law degree, they don't have a doctorate degree, they don't have any of that. But they are a king at social media marketing, and you're gonna sit down and get to ask them questions, spend time with them. It's gonna be a private dinner of like-minded individuals, and it's gonna be phenomenal networking. So you also get the private dinner in the Platinum package, you get the 12 marketing videos, and finally you get a one-on-one power hour with me, which I really believe is gonna be the best value that you get in that package. On top of that, you also get quarterly mentorship. So you're going to get quarterly calls with me where we're going to talk about your social media strategies, your client acquisition, your systems that you have in place. And if you're a personal injury lawyer and you want to know a little bit more in depth about the systems and processes for how I generate so many cases and close them out so quickly, then we can talk about that as well. But I want to get your mind focused on how to get more cases through social media. This stuff is real and it works, and I want to guide you through that. That's the next huge value driver in our Platinum package. And finally, the Diamond. Now Diamond is where it gets crazy. In the Diamond package, you have up to 25-mile exclusivity in your city. So no one from your city can come to this event if they are in the same practice area. This means that if someone signs up in the silver or the gold or the platinum, and then you come in on the Diamond package, I'm gonna have to call that attorney and say, hey, we're refunding your ticket because someone else in the Diamond package came in. The reason I wanna do that is because in the Diamond package, I'm gonna be calling you monthly. We're gonna do monthly mentorship calls instead of quarterly calls for the next 6 months after the summit once we've actually created your content and put it out on your pages. I am going to be directly invested in your success. For every single month, we're going to talk about your social media strategies. We're going to think about new ways that are relevant to attract new clients. We're going to talk about building chatbots to automate that client acquisition process so you're not messaging people directly. Because you're going to see, once your Instagram starts blowing up and your Facebook starts blowing up, you're not going to have time to message every single person. So we create a chatbot for you. And we say, look, this chatbot is going to communicate with the client. It's going to have those 3 dots come up so it looks like the iPhone where you're actually messaging this other person so they feel like they're talking to a real person. We're going to build that for you, and that's going to serve as your preliminary intake. So it all works in sync. In this Diamond package, you're going to get monthly mentorship calls. I'm going to teach you step by step exactly what I think your social media needs so you can blow it up and start generating as many clients as possible. Every single month, we're going to do that, and I'm going to hold you accountable. And I hope you're ready. I'm an intense guy, and if you're not ready for it, then please don't sign up for the Diamond package because I'm going to be on you, and I'm going to make sure that you're successful. You're not going to spend 10 grand with me and go broke. This is an investment because guess what? I'm going to show you how to take your business from 6 to 7 figures this year for just 10 grand, and next year, you're going to come back and pay me 100 grand to show you how to take your business from 7 to 8 figures. So guys, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this entire video. I know there's some actionable tips that you can implement directly in your practice. And if you read the rest of this website and you sign up and you have any more questions, please reach out to us, submit your information. Our team will be in contact with you. We want to make sure that you get the best value at this event. I promise it's going to be life-changing. And if it's not, I'll give you your money back. I'm attorney Ali Awad, the CEO lawyer. I hope to see you guys in Atlanta, October 12th and 13th, Columbus Day weekend. So if you're coming in on the Diamond package, you probably want to fly in a day early because we're going to spend some time one-on-one. And you probably want to leave late Monday afternoon because we're going to do some video content. You're going to get 24 videos in this diamond package. You're going to spend a lot of time with my team. You're going to get a strategy hour with my entire team. So make sure that you're not flying in just for 2 days for the seminar and then flying out. I want you here, I want you in this studio, and I'm going to coach you on creating the same content that I've created that's generated millions of dollars in business for me and my practice. I want this for you guys. I want this success for you. I want your practice to be a practice where you can take vacations whenever you want, you can spend all the time you want with your family, and you really feel like you have a business that works for you because you get the best clients and they know who you are and you are the authority figure in your respective areas. So guys, October 12th and 13th, mark your calendars. Please fill out the information below. I want to see you here. If you have any questions, give us a call, reach out to us. I am Ali Awad, the CEO lawyer. I'll see you guys soon.